Your first number goes to Daniel Kerber. Give it to me.
What's going on? Hey, 7 people already. I must have missed something here. Hold on. Okay, I went in live chat, but there's nobody there. Let's try over here. Okay, there's James Morgan. Hey, what's going on? Let's see. Kilko, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Tonight's been a eventful night. Today's been an eventful day. Wow. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing all right. JD, what's going on? Yeah, I saw you kind of jump on there in Jason's chat for a little bit ago. So let's see. Yeah, tonight's definitely interesting with the whole thing with Jason raising all that money. So $5 donation, 562. Then he's going to do a raffle at the end for that one old charter. So I don't expect anybody to be over here for a while. I mean, if nobody's going to join the raffle because they're not, you just know somebody's going to throw a big freaking number out there right off the bat, try to scare everybody else off. So, and if I had the money, I'd do it, but I don't, so I won't. Hopefully whoever gets it's willing to send out a sample or something, but who cares? Things happen. So let's see. Tonight's just basically these last few weeks, this last month or so, there's been a lot of stuff going on, a lot of generosity, a lot of people in the whiskey tube and Whiskey Graham. He's been big there tonight. Yeah, I think I threw $10 at it, so I went crazy. Who knows if I win anything? If I do, I do. I don't know. But I'm sorry, I'm yawning, dude. It was a really long day today. So, and I wasn't gonna not come on tonight. So I'm sure that Adam and Mike Stahl probably would have went on if I didn't, but I wanted to come on. And then I didn't have a subject for tonight until I saw how many people were after donating to me all the way through till last weekend for 2 weeks for the Kentucky Owl to go to the charity out and everything else. And I've got everything worked out to get all the money together in one spot before I make the donation. So that will be coming. If that doesn't get done live on Instagram or whatever before the end of the week, it will be done on the stream on Saturday. It's just transferring the money from Venmo. It takes if I don't want any money taken out of it, it takes a couple days to get it transferred, and it's got to go to my bank account, and then I've got to turn around and put it into PayPal, and then I can make a direct donation from PayPal. So I'm just trying to get all those ducks in a row and get that done. So, but the generosity thing, it's not just about the monetary part of it. It's the fact that even those who can't donate money or whatever, they have no problem sending out people samples that can't get a hold of things. They have no problem being there for moral support, being there and just DMing people to make sure they're okay because they haven't seen them for a little while, or like when I came out and said that let's see, that I was going through the depression thing and the money thing and everything else. Even people who couldn't donate or anything else, they were reaching out to me just to make sure I was okay. If there's anything else they could do. So the generosity is not just on the monetary level. I seriously, it's hard sometimes for me to put into words how much I appreciate what people did for me. But then I look at people came to help Wheels get his car to begin with. Now people come out, and if you think about it, he had $3,400 that he raised from the last GoFundMe. I mean, well, okay, within the last 8-9 months, when I made my donation today, it was only $10. I was actually doing it to try the system. My only issue at all is that I wanted to do directly to GoFundMe because it's easy to track. It's so crazily easy to track. So instead of people shouting out, "I sent this," or trying to send me a proof for the Saturday stream, I can literally put it on a screen in front of me, and my mods, they can literally go to Brandon's GoFundMe and they can watch the GoFundMe as the donations are being made. So they still get a heads up in the chat, but then they can look out for the person's name as a verification or whatever, and have the money go directly to the GoFundMe, so that I'm not the middleman, and there won't be mistakes, any kind of mistakes that I can make that affect the amount of money that goes to Brandon and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. And then the anonymous thing. I hope that people will be willing to. They want to be anonymous. I can understand that, but there's got to be like a code or something they can put in. Like if they just tell them to put in a 3-digit number, and then use that number for or something to where they can put in something. If they don't want to be known who they are, something else they can put in there, or they don't want to be known on GoFundMe and they want to stay anonymous, that they could go ahead and put in like come up with a number or an alias or whatever like that, and just when they shout it out in the chat to the mods saying, "Hey, I'm in for 5. I'm in for 5. Baby." And baby's the word, or for them, so that's what they use instead of anonymous. They put up baby, or they make up a fake name or whatever, so that it can be tracked and everything else. And it would be really, I'm telling you, super easy. The minute I pushed the donate button, boom, it popped up on the screen. It wasn't less than 30 seconds. It was already up on the screen. So for people who were donating directly to his GoFundMe, it'd be easy to track. Actually probably easier than a lot of other things. I wish that, there was a way of doing GoFundMes for freaking YouTube channels, because then it would be a heck of a lot easier to track people. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, like I said, sorry. Still getting used to, like, second week of work, still getting used to the whole being up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, going to work, and then they sprung a little thing on me the other day, which was, oh, hey, they told me that for the first like 3 or 4 weeks as I'm getting integrated, they're not going to let me do that I wasn't going to be doing any overtime or anything like that. That it was kind of like they weren't going to go all the way up tonight because I got to stop doing that. Some places until you get to your 90 days, they don't let you do any overtime or anything like that. These guys were just like, for the first few weeks, we're not going to be doing overtime. We want to make sure you're ready to go, blah, 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 and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, between last week and this week, they moved a bunch of people around in charge of things. And then they were like, oh, hey, you're going to be working with this supervisor in this area. So you work whatever schedule they do. And they're doing 10-hour days. And they're doing 5 to 3:30. And you don't get paid for lunch. So 5 to 3:30. I'm like, okay, cool. Today was my first 5 to 3:30. So I woke up and then I was like, go all day long. And for not working for a year to go and go, and being a little bit overweight and a little bit, it doesn't take a whole lot of energy to do this. So it's been a while. So it's catching up to me, but after a couple weeks it'll be all right. I mean, eventually I'll get into a rhythm. And because I'm only doing 2 lives a week I'm only doing my 2 lives, I'll still be able to do Big League Bourbon. I'll still be able to do anything else anybody wants to, Sunday nights. I guess I'll still be able, because of the time, it's early enough time to do at least part of Livewire and some of these other ones. So it's just getting into, once I get into the flow of things. And here's the thing too, is that I didn't realize how much, I knew how much that the community means to me, but I didn't know how much doing this on the camera, talking to y'all, getting feedback from you guys and everything else, how much that means to me. Until I turned down a job this afternoon. It was a little bit more, but it was farther away. So it wasn't something that was, and it wasn't that I really turned it down. I just told him that there was I wanted a specific shift and I had to be paid a specific amount of money to be able to go ahead and quit the job that I have just literally started. Because they were like, well, we really would like to bring you over here. And I gave them my numbers. I guess my number was too high. And when they called me, they contacted me to try to negotiate. I told them, not interested anymore, because they wanted me to go to second shift, 10-hour days, 2 to 12 in the afternoon, and at least more than likely every other Saturday on swing shift, 2 to 12 in the afternoon, which means no videos, no lives. Basically being in the chat when I can be in the chat on a break. And I decided that $4 more an hour to travel 35 minutes to work compared to what I'm getting now to drive 7 minutes to work and be able to be home. And then, like today, I didn't do it today because I ended up working until 3:30. But if I'm off at 1:30, I can literally take a nap for 2 hours, get up, get ready for a live. And then if I happen to go a little bit longer, like people know that I tend to do, that it doesn't hurt me as much because I took that little nap in the middle of the afternoon, things that old people do. So, yeah, I decided to tell them that I wasn't interested. They told me that they couldn't do the number. I told them, well, what about the shift? And they said, well, you'll have to start out on second and it'd be about 2 or 3 months. I was like, no. It's just not. I have to be happy now. I can't get into another job this job that I have now is going to be stressful as hell. But the difference is that I still have all y'all, and I still have people that believe in what I do, what I do for other channels, believe in what I do for the community, believe in the fact that I do want to help as many people as possible before helping myself. To people that believe in me enough to send me bottles of whiskey through their family members here in the States because they're working out and they're working in other countries. So I'm not letting them down. I'm not going to let myself down by jumping ship. And just because I might get a little bit more money, if I have no time to spend it, then what's the purpose of having it? So, and like I said, it's one of those things where, I wouldn't be able to do this. And if I'm not doing this, then I just have a bunch of bottles of whiskey that I'm looking at and I'm just drinking by myself. And I don't do that. I just don't drink by myself. I don't normally, the only time I drink, truthfully, when I'm here at home by myself is if I'm cooking. I'll do a mix, or I'll do like a turkey and Coke, or a 15. I'll mix a 1915, and then I'll put ginger ale in it, or whatever. But other than that, I only drink with you guys. So because you're my friends, you're my drinking buddies. So I can't do that. So, hey, what's going on, Cohen? Emily Chambers, thank you for joining. CJ Edwards 7.5 for 4 months. Yeah, 712 for 4 months straight, then vacation. Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, it's not that I'm not willing to do the work. I'll go bust my ass all day long like I did for a long time at my last job. But then after I was let go, I realized that I hadn't spent, even on my vacations, even when I took 2 weeks off in a row, by the time I got caught up on rest and everything else and not doing anything, I was 4 or 5 days into it, and it was like, okay, but then I had the plans I had weren't going to work because my son had a different schedule and he's in another state, and I was just basically just doing stuff around him, go take some photos and maybe go catch a few concerts or whatever. But I was happy on the day that I did things like that, but I was never really happy because obviously I became depressed. So I'm not doing that again. If that means I got to take a little bit of a hit, $4 an hour hit, I'm still making good money, and I'm not traveling as far, and I have more than enough whiskey to where I'm not out going buying bottles all the time. I'm looking, but I won't be buying bottles as often. I'm looking for specific things for myself that I want to try or whatever. So, and then plus I get enough samples that I could probably do blind flights twice a week for the next month and a half, 2 months, and still not go through all the samples. So no, I am still sponsored by Dirtbag. Actually, I'm wearing a Dirtbag shirt. I just don't have the thing back. I just it's the first hat I grabbed. I just reached over and grabbed a hat to put on before I walked in over here. And then when I came in here, I just didn't switch. But that way everybody knows that There we go. Hey, all right. But yeah. And I know that I haven't really plugged them a whole lot over the last few videos because it's been a little bit more than just what my sponsor is. I'll get back into all that here soon. It's more about I'm not worried. Like I said, I'm not worried about selling some hats and some shirts to make a couple dollars for myself. It's right now. It's all about what I did with the Hope for the Day thing, and now it's about wheels. After we get we get wheels up and going and he's good to go, then I'll worry about this stuff like this. The guys at Dirtbag understand that. I mean, believe me, they understand. We've talked about it. So yeah. So that's another subject for another day. So back to the generosity thing. So anybody that's on Instagram that's on here knows who Sleepless Kimmy is. She was in the same kind of predicament that Wheels was last year. A few months ago, she got in a car accident. Someone hit her. She's in a wheelchair. Someone hit her and destroyed her. She had a cube, and it was her baby. She had it since she bought it brand new. She had it for over 10 years. Didn't have to do a whole lot of work to it. I mean, just some basic stuff. Did a little bit of, spent a little money here and there. and got it smashed. And then she didn't have the down payment for a new car, and she didn't know what kind of car she was going to get. And she was trying to figure it all out. And the community over on Instagram secretly raised her like $5,000 in like 2 or 3 days for a down payment, and to go towards anything else. Like if she wanted to put a down payment of a couple grand, take the other $3,000 and put it towards her hand controls or whatever the deal was. And then another one of her followers is a car dealer. So he got on the phone with her, talked about what she wanted. He went through, did a whole bunch of background and found a vehicle. He's in Ohio, I think he's in Ohio or something. He's back east, back in that Ohio Valley area. He found the dealer, the car. He basically negotiated everything for her. He took care of everything to where she could go in there, feel comfortable with what she was doing, and she wasn't going to get screwed over. And she got her car. And then the thing with wheels, and then the thing with the stuff with me that everybody knows about. And then for you guys to come through a couple weeks out, just a few weeks after helping me out, to donate to a charity I really, really believe in as much as you guys did. And then a week later, the same community raises a god-awful amount of money. I mean, you figure between mine and Jason's, we're looking at close to $5,000 between these last 2 weeks that people have donated, just these last 2 weeks. And that's amazing. And that's the monetary part. The support that you've given me, the support I've seen given to Kimmy, and everything else, there's nothing like it in the world. I'll bring you on in a second, Adam. And then, so if I start crying or I get emotional, it's because I love you guys and what you guys have done for me and what I see you guys do for everybody else. And the fact that, hey, you know what? Last week I had 164 subscribers, and finally I'm like 6 subscribers from 200. It only took me like 3.5 months to get from 100 to 200, but hey, and like I said, it's not about me, but it's another really cool achievement, and I'm at close to 700 over on Instagram now. So it's like just knowing that people were there to help me, knowing that guys like Adam, who didn't know me 2 months ago, other than in a chat every once in a while, is now like one of my friends, one of my good friends. I mean, and Mike Stahl, and all these guys have been jumping on with me. The guys that helped me, that convinced me to do this to begin with. Hot Buttery Rolls, Trev, the Junkies, Klein, Dan and Julie, all of even ADHD Whiskey, even though he hates me. He doesn't hate me, but whatever. The podcast over the last like 3 or 4 weeks, every time they see my name, they just like they go crazy about shouting it out and everything else. So that's the other generosity. And then the third generous thing that people do is they send me stuff. I still owe Adam a bottle in return for the bottle he sent me, but he hasn't bugged me about it or anything like that. He will eventually, because I know that he really wants me to get that bottle to him. And I will. And I know everybody else I owe bottles to. I'm telling you, I'm seriously working on it. It's just, like I said, it's been a really hectic week, and I'm sorry if I haven't got your stuff out to you yet. I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-pilot. And then, hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
It's been a long ass day. I feel a little bit better about the job because some things are they gotten, let's say, better, but the nervousness about being able to fix things that in machines that I've never seen before and stuff like that. I walked in today and like maybe an hour in there. I was walking past and my supervisor's like, "Hey, can you come look at this?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to work on this." He goes, "Well, can you work on this real quick?" Went over and they've been messing with it for like 45 minutes trying to get it to work. And I walked over and like said, "I'll be back in a minute." Went and got a couple wrenches, and in like less than 10 minutes, it's up and running, and it ran the whole rest of the day with no problems and stuff. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then a lot of the projects that they were going to do next week, I pretty much knocked out most of them all today. It's just like one of those things where I trying to get ahead of stuff so I can get a little bit more time watching the machines and how they operate and seeing where I might think that there could be some improvements made to the way that they're being upkept or whatever. But it was a good day, but it was a long ass day. I'm just tired. I was yawning so much. People freaking make fun of me. Let's see, Matt.
Time for a drink then.
Yeah, it's time for a drink. So this is just because I did that Japanese flight the other night. I wanted to start the night off with so JD Bourbon Approach. He actually got up at 5 a.m. over in Europe so I could open the bottles he sent me that I got the other day. But this is the Japanese he sent me last week, the Y45. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with this. I'm only gonna have a couple. I mean, I'm not gonna have a whole bunch because hey, I got to be back to work in like 5 hours or 6 hours. So, or no, I'm sorry, 9. I got like 8 hours.
JD, I just sent you a message, buddy. So I sent you an email. I know you wanted that Discovery 3. I got half a sample for you, 1 ounce sample. I'll send you a couple other random stuff too if you want. Just give me an address, bro.
I'll get it to you. It's what'll happen is I'll get you the address. I think he sent it to me already. I'll get you the address. It'll be sent to his wife, and then she puts together a package and sends it over to him.
Cool.
So I'll get that to you probably tomorrow morning. I got to go look it up and stuff. If I get a chance tonight before I go to bed, I'll send it to you, but I'll have it to you in the morning. If I don't have it to you by lunchtime tomorrow, just remind me, send me a message like you did today or yesterday or whatever it was. And then
yeah, if you get me the address by tomorrow, I'll have it out no later than Friday. So he should have it sometime next week, or she'll have it at least.
And then, yeah. So let's see what's let's see. Kilco says, let's see here. Where is it? Mash Bill, just be careful you don't overdo it. If I start to pile on responsibilities and deadlines and obligations, I get quickly overwhelmed. Yeah, I know. It's just that like the thing is that okay. So we did the charity streams and everything else, and we had a lot of bottles. So I'm tracking. Mike Stahl sent me a bunch of he sent me a bunch of pictures of the stuff that the receipt sending out the stuff to people. And I forgot to do it right then. And when I went to go do it, I had already gotten messages from people saying, "Hey, thanks for getting my address to Stahl and all this other stuff. I already got it." And I'm like, "Oh." And John Trombetta the other night was like, "Oh yeah, I just got it this morning." I'm like, "Okay, well I guess I don't need to send that email out." But there's a few other ones that I've got to get my stuff out to people, and then I know the other I've sent everybody's addresses out to everybody else, but there's a couple that they were just asking me if I got like stuff to Tim Evans about the new riff, and I'm like, yeah, it's all that stuff's out there. I will follow up anybody that hasn't got anything, especially if you haven't got it from me. Go ahead and hit me up again. I'll go through. I'll find out what statuses are for everybody. It's just that, like I said, I'm trying not to do too much, but once we get through wheels, I'm gonna roll it back a little bit. It's not gonna be like I'm gonna be giving bottles away or I'm gonna be doing this and that and everything else.
Get that charity stuff out first. Don't worry about my stuff until after, dude. I'm not worried about it. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't need it right away.
Yeah. And then I still want to be involved with like Sunday. I think that the Sunday I'm going to be able to do like an hour I'll probably do like an hour with you guys after Klein. But that's going to be my max. And you guys can just turn it into the shit show like you did. You guys were on for a good amount of time the other night, and freaking
Dude, it was like 4.5 hours. I couldn't believe it. At the end, I was like, holy shit, we were on that long.
And the bad thing about it is that people don't realize, like you said, it's like 4.5 hours. How that goes by so fast.
Dude.
That's the way I feel when we're on these ones that are like 6 hours long and stuff. It's like, wait a second. The only reason we're stopping is because Ken, the last few times that we've went really long is because we want to give Ken a couple hours before he goes live in the morning to get caught up. And then we're getting tired, and then once it comes down to me, you, Stahl, and then some California people in the chat and a couple of Australians or whatever. Once it gets to the West Coast, we're like, okay, it's about time. We know now that it's really, really late if the West Coast is the only thing left. So, but
hey, I want to give you a heads up too. On Saturday, I know you got a charity thing going. I might not make your stream. I do, however, plan on having a bottle on there for you, and I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
So you know what I'm giving away, but I might get in at the very tail end, but yeah, just
okay. Well, I
got some other obligations. So
okay, so anybody else that's anybody else, like, since Adam can't be here, or he might catch the very end of it. If there's anybody else that's a wrench that's here right now, that can track can help me track the GoFundMe stuff on Saturday, cool. If not, I got Trev sent me the spreadsheet, so I should be able, as long as I can see the GoFundMe stuff, I should be able to stay caught up with everything. And then,
I mean, if Adriana ends up in there again, dude, like she's on top of that shit.
Yeah.
So that shit show was great, man.
Yeah, and the thing is that it was just, I mean, it was fun, and everybody, and like you said, it's what you install wanted to do is like what we do in general is just like we talk about a few things, and then we let everybody come on, and then we just start talking about whatever we feel like talking about.
Yeah.
And
you just let the conversation drive the stream, like.
Well, see, the thing is,
bring on a bunch of people and just let it go, man.
See, that was the thing too. It was weird. Was like on Sunday was when you guys went on, because Klein didn't go on. You guys went on a little earlier. So you had Kilco, then you had it's Bourbon Night, and then usually you have then you have Klein normally, and then you guys are gonna go on after Klein. So they get a lot of like information. They got Kilco doing what Kilco does, making people laugh, singing songs, or and doing his reviews and talking about stuff in general. And they get into twirling his mustache. Then you get into Chad and Sarah, and that's where you get the information. That's where you get the information, the nosings and all this other stuff. Then you get to Klein, and you don't know what you're going to get. If he's going to interview somebody, if Carrie's making a cocktail, whatever. It's just kind of like just a kick back for an hour before. So when you guys were going to come on, I was like, oh yeah, it works. Cause like if, I pregame hot buttery rolls, but my pregame on Saturday usually has some sort of theme to it or something's going to go on about it. And then if people come on, cool. If they do, they don't. I'm not, that's not the one I'm really worried about. It's like this show on Wednesday nights, since it's a late show, that's where I expect people to come on more, because it's more of, you just went through Jason's tastings and all the stuff Jason does and the information and everything else, and you're being overloaded with nerdy stuff, that this is when you get to kick back, just take the drink and freaking relax and come on and talk and BS and make fun of people in the chat and call out ADHD whiskey and stuff like that and tell Dan Shook that he sucks.
Hey, we got to shout out some guys real quick. We got a bunch of new people just came in.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's Tim Evans. I saw you. Bourbon. Big League. You were asking what's in the glass now. I just finished my glass of Maker's Cask.
And then you got YPC, Richie Z, Gary Franchi, John Trombetta, Bourbon Neophyte. Hey, Ken, Scotch Down Under, get on here now.
The mash and drum is officially over.
Okay. And then there's Cheech, because there's Cheech too. Hey, did I win anything, guys? Did Mr. Whiskey Says win anything?
I
Oh,
stayed
damn.
till the end of the giveaways, and then they
Yeah.
started doing the auction for Matt's bottle, and I was like,
Yeah. How much did Matt's bottle pull, by the way?
yeah. How much did it get?
Oh, hey, Jim Morris is here. Also, if you guys don't know who Jim Morrison, he used to be Floydian 06, and sometimes he'll pop up as Floydian 06. I just say that because it annoys him slightly.
He's always
then-
Floridian, man.
Yeah, he's always gonna be
Big League. Do you need that? Do you need one of these? Hit me up ASAP because we got them right now.
He should be able to get is a 46 cast strength?
Yeah, I don't know. He said damn you, so I don't know. Oh, he got 256 for his bottle. That's kind of low, but it was kind of like a short
Yeah.
time when they gave it. So
Well, let's just put it this
pretty
way. If they had had a whole like week ahead of time saying, hey, next week we're going to go ahead and we're going to auction off the old charter from after, and that, they probably would have really got a crap load of money because someone like Jason Busey would have saw it and been like, okay, well, I'll throw 500 at it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So yeah, how slammered was Jason by the end because he was drinking light whiskey and Carter and
yeah, he was pretty slammed.
oh crap! Here comes the others. Here comes the freaking the rest of the freaking deadly trio.
Oh hell yeah, Whiskey Samurai, anytime, dude. Yeah, maybe connect with me through email and we can like decide what kind of flight we want.
Yeah, hey Gary, I got your address and everything else. I'll get that. Like I said, as soon as I get a couple, hopefully I'll be able to get some time tomorrow and stuff to get all these packages together and get them out. But I do got your bone snapper that you won the other night.
Who's this homo?
What's that?
Who's this homo?
I need my next pour. I was just on a local stream here on Facebook, so I'm running late. I don't even know if you want
pick my pour, Mike.
What's that?
Pick my pour.
I think you need to do.
Of course. You just sent me this. I just got it today.
Dude, I fucking love it. I had 3 tonight, and that was my favorite still.
Hey, Adam, when you send out my next set of samples, throw a sample of that in there since I can't find that.
Dude,
I can't find that bottle anywhere. So
it's good stuff.
Okay, so Bourbon Approach JD sent me two more bottles this week. So that's back. That's like what 4 bottles in like 2 weeks. So I told him that I would open them up on Wednesday. That's why he got up at 5:00 back in Europe so I'd pop them and pour them. He said I've never had this, but he said he likes this. So he sent me one.
Is that what it is?
It's a Pendleton 1910 12-year rye.
Okay.
And it's the new bottle. It's actually the new bottle they just came out with is really badass.
Yeah, I've seen them, man. Let me know how it is.
Yeah, I'll know in a second here. So, JD, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for supporting the channel. When he gets back, I think truthfully, I know that he's contributed to some other channels or to other people we know. Like he sent stuff to Floydian. He sent some stuff to some other people and everything else. I think that when he gets back from Europe this summer, that we need to figure out a way of getting people all in one place and welcoming him back to the States for his vacation for a little bit. But because he lives out here by me. Yeah.
You notice anything about Mike?
Besides the fact he's ugly as hell and he's wearing a Colorado State University freaking sweater.
He joined the Savant Club, dude.
Oh damn, that's right. He sent me the. Okay, so number one, the junkies never watched it. I mean, Dan never watched this shit anyway. He might catch some other people's stuff, but not mine for some reason.
Oh, he'll see it eventually. We're spreading the word.
So Stahl knows this already because I messaged him last night about it. But there's another person that has joined that is going to be joining the Gold Glen Club, and let's just say he's on Team Sean, and got blasted to hell by Dan last night because he was the number 1 pick You know,
Whoever that might be.
whoever that number one pick might have been. I told him what was going on with the Golden Glen, and he goes, "I'm in." So he's all ready to do this, to jump on board. So
I think we have HBR wants to do it.
yeah, so I can't speak for HBR because I haven't talked to him, but you guys, I think
I
that he
did,
said
yeah.
something. Yeah,
Who was
So-
the number one pick?
Klein.
fine.
Oh, not supposed to say that.
Shh. So, and I'm really sure that I can get people that are on Team Dan for the thing to jump on board with it too, because some people like the Shelf Turds and Jason Calori and some of these other guys would be more than willing to mess with Dan anyway. So
Yeah, we talked to Jason about it last night in his Patreon stream. So,
He's like, I don't mess with other people.
but then he
except
kind of came
for
around on it. He was like,
Then he saw what Dan was talking about later, so we'll see.
oh yeah, and I'm sure that he was. I mean, I'm not going to talk for Jason, and if Jason's in here, I mean, if you want to come on and talk about it, we can. If you need a hug, Jason, we can find a way of giving you a virtual hug.
Nah, dude, Jason just tripped over his studio wires and everything. Like he's
Oh.
down for the count.
Did he fall again?
Probably,
Did I miss
dude. He was out. He drank so much like high proof and just crazy stuff. Like he's got to be down for the count.
Cohen's pushing. He's like, do the same thing. Is there ever going to be any whiskey talk about this? Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. This is a Pendleton 1910 12-year rye sent to me by JD Bourbon Approach.
Hey, Bourbon, speaking of whiskey talk, where is your video? It hasn't popped up.
It popped up for a second. You know what it said? In the chat, I put it in the chat on Jason's thing. It got copyrighted by Warner Music Group and was taken down by YouTube. Took it down for a copyright strike. His very first video got copyright struck.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that too.
Well, because
He posted a link. It's got to be up now.
No, he might. He said he was going to repost it again. So I think there was maybe just some like music in the background or something like that, or there was some,
Oh,
there was
shit.
some, and somebody freaking hit it. It's WMG is Warner Music Group. So,
Hey, what's up, Simon Del Vecchia? Change your shirt, buddy.
That's why I only do music that I sing, Stanley.
Yeah, we might have a hookup on that, Mike.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dang.
leave it at that.
Can you find some dancers?
That's easy.
That might help the stream.
Stanley, what do you think, man?
it's good. I like it. I mean, I'm not a big Canadian fan, but I've never had this is my first Canadian rye. It's actually not. It's not. It doesn't taste like pine cones.
Is that the Alberta?
Yeah,
No,
there's
this is
quality
the
rise that comes from
the,
Canada, right?
the Pendleton 12-year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but do they distill it or is it sourced?
I don't know. I didn't do any investigation. I just got the bottle yesterday. Hood River. Let's see, bottled by Hood River Distillers, 100% Canadian rye.
Hey, Chris Ledig, I'll send you the link, buddy.
If anybody has any information on Pendleton, I think they bottle their own stuff. I don't think they're sourced.
Hey, Mike, I think we text too much, bro.
Why? You think?
I'm like going back trying to find the link, and it's
It's like
it has
way
to
back
keep
there.
loading.
Dude, it was crazy. Like I was looking at the Utah liquor store or whatever the fuck it is that you go do your thing on.
Yeah.
I was like, God, wouldn't this be nice?
No, it's not. 'Cause then you're competing with everybody else that does the same shit that I do.
But at least you know if where you're going is worth competing at. Like in Colorado, you're going to stores, you don't know if they're even going to have it.
Okay.
I mean, I left today and didn't know if they were going to have it. I was hoping it would pop up, but it never did.
Yeah, the numbers dropped, but it didn't go to the store, right? The
Yeah.
single barrel? Yeah. Sorry, Stanley. Have you seen this, Stanley?
What's that? Hold on a second.
Have you logged on to the Utah freaking liquor website? Like you go search for like say you want to get 1792 sweet wheat.
Right.
Thank you, Tim Evans. Then you can go log in. You do search for 1792. It tells you which stores has what, how many, if any.
No, I haven't done. I don't live in Utah, so I haven't. I don't have that kind of stuff here in California either. But
Yeah, we don't get that.
but like Ohio has that same thing where you can look it up, and different places
Yeah.
on the East Coast do, and everything else. But
Big league.
just
Big
real
league. Search
just real-
on there. Sorry, search on there, and you can find that golden Glencairn.
Yeah. So real quick, Young Pei Chang, YPC, YPC pretty young thing. He's freaking donating for Saturday a Spirits of French Lick Lee W. Sinclair for Saturday's stream. Okay.
Ooh, that was that big stream yesterday, right? Was it Scott, My Bourbon Journey?
Yeah, he was talking to the guy from Spirit of French Lick, yes.
Awesome. YPC.
And what's really crazy about that is that the master distiller for Spirits French Lick, when I'm on Instagram, every once in a while, he follows me, but when I do my live on Instagram on Thursday, like once, twice a month, he comes on there and is in the chat talking to people and stuff. He's a really cool guy.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, that you know what, JD, good pick. He told me he thought I'd like it, and because I'm a rye guy, but I mean it's not Wild Turkey 101 rye, but I mean it's good. It's 90%.
You hear that, Mike?
Yep.
You hear that, buddy? What'd he say?
There you go. Finally, you got some of that. All right.
Dude,
I
just
called it.
picked
He
up
texted
today.
me a picture today, and I called him Stanley.
I just picked it up today.
I mean, the ultimate would be for a Wild Turkey to get in touch with me and say, "Hey, we want you to be a freaking Wild Turkey 101 rye ambassador." Okay, cool. I'd be all over it. It'd be
Like, can I be the rare breed rye ambassador? Is that cool?
I like rare breed, but just that for some reason that 101, like I said, it's just the daily thing that I really like.
Dude, it's good. I did a test of it earlier. It's really good.
Okay, so Ruben, Saturday we're gonna have to meet early, like probably around between noon and 1 because I go live at 5.
No,
So-
Birdman, that was me, buddy. Sorry.
So
Not sorry.
if we Ruben, Bourbon Beginnings. Let's see if we can figure out time to meet up in El Cerrito. It's about 35 minutes from me to get there. Well, you know where I live. So you know what city I live in. So, and you got to travel like over an hour to get there. So you pick a time. I just need to be back to my house by like between 4 and 4:30. So anytime between 12 and 2, we can meet up, and then that'll work for me. Or if you're going to be down here on Sunday, we can do that too. But we'll go with your time. I just got to be back at the house by 5 for my live. Let's see.
Hey,
who else.
so the bottle that I'm going to give away,
Yes.
so I know what it is. I'm probably going to pick it up tomorrow.
Well, if you don't want to announce it because you haven't actually got it in your hands, then that's fine.
I don't want to announce it just because I want it to be a surprise. But
Okay, cool.
I think it'll be.
Mellow corn?
think
Mellow
it'll
corn?
get some-
Mellow corn? Mellow corn?
I don't even know if we sell that here. I've never seen a mellow corn. But
Full tub?
I think people will be interested. Like it's not a cheap bottle. I think people will be like, oh, okay, I'd like to have that. So
All right. Okay, so Gary Franchi's going to throw in a Redwood Empire Lost Monarch.
nice. Yeah.
Okay, so if there's anybody else that wants to put in a bottle for Saturday, if somebody wants to jump on and decide to do that right now, that'll be the last bottle because I got 2 hours and I don't want to get into that 20 bottle thing like we did last time because it took almost an hour just to give away the damn bottles.
You got to set a limit, man.
So for this stream, because it's only 2 hours, I want to do a maximum of 5 bottles. Wheels is doing he told me he's doing an Elijah Craig rye is what he's going to give away. So Gary Franchi is Lost Monarch. Right now I have 4 bottles and I hadn't picked anything out. For me, I was going to go ahead and throw out a all my hitter bottles. I've almost given all of them away. So I can't remember what I thought about. I found something else I wanted to give away, and I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I'll figure it out. But if I get a 5th bottle, then I'll just hold on to that to give away. You just okay. Flex.
Okay, so that's batch 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to it, Stan. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. You're going through your thing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, he said hitter bottles. I just had to.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, so some of the stuff I've given away are stuff that I bought for myself that I didn't even take a taste of, like the Obtainium, that light whiskey. I bought it for myself, but I was raising money for charity, and
that was really generous of you, man.
And it meant a hell of a lot to me for someone that might not have it to get it, and then I'll they're always going to make some more. Like, are you holding the Obtainium light whiskey to your face?
Yeah,
asshole. Yeah. So So I don't want to go over 5 bottles because I think that's a good amount to get people going for like an hour and 15 minutes or so, and then close everything off, and it gives it 45 minutes to close out before Chris. So that's where I want to cut it off at. But okay, so back to JD's what he sent me. Does you still want me to check on the bet? Tito's talking to you.
Yeah. I'm sure I said a lot that night, and I don't remember half of it, but yeah, let me know prices. If it's reasonable, I'm interested, but I'm not paying what I paid for this one. That's for sure.
Guess what? You're not going to pay what you paid for that one. Because guess what batch 1, 2, and 3 ryes go for? A hell of a lot less than batch 4.
Like 150, 200?
189. Right between 179 and 189.
I saw batch 3 for 200.
Yeah.
Batch 3 rye, yeah.
Yeah, Gary, I don't have any other batches. That's the only one I got. I broke the bank to get that one, and yeah, man.
So the other thing that Mr. JD sent me was this barrel whiskey, single barrel, 18-year.
Your favorite barrel.
Ooh.
Yeah. It is a Kentucky straight whiskey, 18-year, 115.6 proof single barrel whiskey.
Hey, is Lava Man trying to come on?
Oh crap! I saw the top of his head. If I would have saw the beard, there you go. I see the beard. Okay.
Bring in Colorado.
There
What's
you
up,
go.
Lava Man?
Lava Man.
What up?
Lava Man is back, everybody.
Did you get a beard trim?
I did. Yes.
Hey, you're looking fine, son.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, my barber, she made a house call.
There you
Trimmed
go.
up in the
Nice.
bathroom. It's nice, yeah.
Easy there, Deshaun Watson.
No, it ain't like that.
What are you drinking, Lava Man?
Same as you guys. Hey.
Oh,
yeah, buddy.
Oh, I'm the odd man out.
Pick there.
I'm the odd man out.
Is that the Dave Co?
No, it's a warehouse.
Oh, warehouse.
what's the proof?
Let's see. This one is 125.3.
Damn, that's pretty
Yeah.
close.
Oh, it's solid. Yeah, it's a good bottle.
Okay, Whiskey Samurai, real quick. Whiskey Samurai, what do I need to trade you for a sample of Elmer Tea? You don't have to trade me anything, unless you've got Jack Daniel's rye barrel. Unless you got Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye, because then I'll take a sample of that. But do you need Blanton's too? Because I'll pop. Truthfully, not to be the bearer of bad news, I'm not too hyped on Blanton's, and I got a brand new bottle sitting up there, so I'll pop the cork and send it out and sample. I don't really give a damn. on that one.
Yeah, I got a bottle for the giveaway.
Okay, well then Lava Man's bottle is going to be the last one for this one.
Heck yeah. What you got, buddy?
What you got, Lava Man?
I got a McKenna 10-year.
Nice.
Okay.
Always
Cool.
a good one. They're bare on the shelves right now in Utah. So
Yeah, no, I'll pick them up when I can get them. I happen to be able to get like 3 the last time they were around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple in the closet. So yeah.
the last one I picked up, I gave away on HBR stream, and then I haven't found one since. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. And these should be pretty good too. I think they're the same barrel that I have of the one that's open. And
Yeah, they're good, dude.
It's a solid one. Yeah, some of them can be funky sometimes. Like I've had an occasional weird one, but yeah, like when they're good, they're really good.
So, is everything all right with you there, Lava Man? You kind of disappeared for a little while off of. Showing
yeah,
up.
you know, it's just been got kind of sucked into Zelda Breath of the Wild for a bit. I spent a little too much time with that here recently. I got a deal on like one of those Mario Edition Switches for like $250. I was like, I can't pass that up. And of course bought Zelda, so I was like, this is a lot. I didn't like realize like how crazy that game was. Like it's like really, really crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any day you want to send that Chattanooga, brother, I'm ready.
Yeah. I can get that in there this week. We can probably swap out for one of them 46 cask strengths. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll scoop
You
one.
haven't
I'll
seen the
scoop one
46
tomorrow.
cask?
No, the regular and like the regular cast strength, the regular 46, SC4 PR5, I see all of those. Have not seen that 46 cask yet.
So North Star up by me has a 46 cast strength. Oh no, sorry, Brands 46 cast strength store pick.
Oh wow, nice.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, dude, it's legit.
So it's a private select, but it's all 46.
It's 46. Yeah.
Okay. Huh. That's cool. Have you tried it?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, a buddy of mine had some at his house. I was like, oh shit.
Huh.
I don't
Yeah.
do tons of makers.
Have you
but-
tried the regular 46 cask?
Yeah, it's good. I like the regular too. You
How
don't
does it
even have a
compare?
store
It
pick.
would be like the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is the. I mean, I don't do tons of makers. I do kind of the special makers. Makers is like Jack Daniels, man. If it's the regular shit, it's not as good.
Right, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, the North Star does. I don't know where I put it. That's the other liquor store right near me that I'm friends with the manager on.
Yeah, Lava Man, email me your address, buddy.
I'll do that. When I get that out, I'll send you the tracking number and my address. And then we can work out whatever the difference is. I can still get some 101 Makers 101 on the shelf right now. I gotta
it's on the shelf in Colorado right now.
Yeah. I don't see it at every store. I only know like one store right near me where I can get it. But like we have so many, it's like hard to even know. Like, I mean, I can.
I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah, I just got one that I haven't cracked too.
Nice. Yeah. I can walk to like 6 liquor stores. So yeah, there's so many here. It's ridiculous.
You're in Boulder, right? Or no, Golden.
I'm in Denver proper. Yeah. Like
Oh, Denver. Okay.
Yeah, uptown. Yeah. Argonaut's my main store. It was just like.
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
solid
That's
store,
the one.
Yeah. It's a pretty good store.
Hey, Tim Evans, what is Amontillado? What kind of barrel is that?
Oh, Amontillado. That's a sherry cask.
Oh, okay.
Amontillado sherry. Yeah.
So Big League Bourbon wants to know why Mike Stahl looks like he's falling asleep.
That's
I'm
Mike
a
Stahl.
schlammer. Not gonna
Mike
lie.
Stahl always looks like.
I'm
So-
schlammered. Not gonna lie. I started with the Elijah Craig barrel proof and finished with other barrel proof.
Hey, Dr. Phil's in the chat.
Yeah.
What?
Dr. Phil's in the chat.
Right.
Where at?
Said
Or who you-
jogger's gonna jog.
Oh, Talker's gonna.
Yeah. This Remus store pick. This is my first drink of the night. So starting out with that 126. Yeah.
I was thinking about cracking something that Michelle Lynn sent me. She sent me a Lost Lantern Edition 1 American Vatted Malt. So it's got like a bunch of different distillery I think they're single malts, blended.
Okay. Big League Bourbon says he shouts me out twice, but Golden Black Glen's on the way. Okay, cool. Let's see. Cohen says
Are
he
you
can
a
get.
Saints fan?
No, actually, it's the Black Glens are something that he was talking about. He wanted to get a hold of, but the Gold Glens is for a project that we're all working on right now.
Oh yeah, something Savant related.
It's something. Yes, it is something Savant related.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Cohen says he can get JD barrel strength rye for $75. Well, guess what? You should. Then he goes. He should buy it and sell it to all his taters.
Cohen, I have lots of stuff to trade, and I'm the one that loves you.
Tim Evans, if Benny's right now has for $89, they have 2 different cast strength Angels Envies. I just saw the picture of it today for $89. If you can, or $89.99.
Ooh, that's pretty good price, dude.
They're only like at 115 or something. One's at 150. I think one's at 115 and one's at 113.
Are they
Somewhere around
ryes
there.
or bourbons?
They're I didn't look in it, they had the metals. I don't know if you've ever seen Angels Heavy metal. It's like like when Smoke Wagon used to have those little medallions on it. This one is a set of gold wings that hang off the side, and it was right in front of the thing. I didn't get to see if it said bourbon or rye, but I don't care if it's bourbon or rye. If it's anything above 94 proof or that 90-ish proof that Angel's Envy is, that is really kind of makes it like almost a mixer at times. Then freaking, I want to try something that's a little bit higher, over that 100, 105, 107 proof.
I do want to try that rum finished rye though.
The rum finished Angel's Envy.
Angel's Envy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got it. I'll send you a sample, bro.
Yeah,
I think
that's sitting on shelves here, man. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, we don't have any right now.
Yeah, that's all.
I'll send you a sample with the next batch, bro.
Hey, I got a sample of JD Barrel Proof coming to you also.
The rye.
The next batch, the next batch of samples I sent to you.
Well, isn't that special? He loves you, Mike. He loves you.
Dude, I got a blind sitting over there for Sunday. Dang.
How many bottles?
It's 5. I was like, man, I try to keep it kind of creative, so I'm only creative enough for 4 bottles. So
yeah, Whiskey Samurai. Yeah, you did send me that Tennessee taster. That was I think I tried that a few weeks ago. It was good. It's not. I mean, I still have half a sample, but I think I tried it in one of my sample bingos. So I might have been schlambered at the time. By the time I got to it, but I still got half a bottle.
Man, like here, 101 is $30 and cast strength is 40. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, the 101. I think I just paid 40 after tax.
Yeah, you can find now, for some reason, Makers 101 now you can just find it everywhere here in California. I mean, you can go into any liquor store and there's at least 3 or 4 on the shelf. You go into a box store like a Bevmo or a Total Wine. Bevmo just restocked, and they restocked the shelf with like 24 bottles of freaking. They put up like 4 cases of bottles, and the next day there's maybe 6 of them left. But I'm not a big Makers fan, so I have everything, at least 1 bottle of everything. I've got an extra bottle of cast strength, regular cast strength, that I'll probably give away at some point in time.
What's up, Mash?
The regular is the kind
Hey,
that-
Jason in the house.
Mash and drum.
Cheers, brother.
let's see, One Mo Cast is here now too. Hey, and look, it's that Floydian again, but he keeps on using that Jim Morris name.
Hey, great
How
stream
come Mash
tonight,
and
Jason.
drum doesn't join the little streams like this?
Mash and Drum always joins this. He's always joining.
Yeah, he
my
hops in
streams.
chat all the time.
Like,
Oh, I'm just talking shit, trying to pressure him
No.
into doing it.
Well, because he's probably got to edit something. And when he comes on screen, he can't do any editing. And if he's, if he's a little slammered, he might not want to,
We
He's
want
one
him
of-
out here when he is schlammered.
he
Jason,
only,
you
he
hit it
only,
hard, buddy.
He only wants to fall over on his own stream.
I
he
mean-
doesn't want to
I mean,
turn around and fall alone.
Is this
over
the
on
after
mine.
show or is it the after show? Because I mean,
And
Jason,
anytime
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much just for being such a big part of this community.
So yeah, question. So what was the final? What was the
That was
final? on
killer.
that?
Had to be over 3,000. He said there was over 500 in
yeah, it's 550
PayPal
or something.
PayPal money
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way
That's-
to do it.
that's
PayPal.
awesome.
Yeah, so you don't have pay the YouTube tax or whatever.
Well, the thing is too is that so if you're doing a charity, okay, so if there's a charity and you're donating from PayPal to charity, if it's in their charity list, like the Hope for the Day is, they don't charge anything. Period. They don't charge. Like if I send it if I send a certain amount of money to one of you guys, even as a friend of the family, I'm going to pay that 45-cent fee for every whatever $10. It's like 45-cent fee for anything over like $1,000. If I was sending one of you like $1,000, it's like it's like $10 or whatever it is, and there's a set price or whatever, but there's still you have to pay, a fee for it. If it's to a charity, it's straight across. So when I get everything together and I send that $2,300 to Hope for the Day, when I get all the money in one spot on PayPal, I'm not paying any fees in there. It's going directly into an account there. So yeah, PayPal is probably the better way to go. The better way to go if you're doing a charity. The thing that sucks is the people that are donating the money have to pay the PayPal fee to donate the money. But it's better. But it's
There's
way
a lot of
less than a
convenience
business.
that comes
Yeah.
with the YouTube. Like it's so convenient to do it in the chat, and then you're kind of getting recognition as you do it and everything. Like it's, I think it's a funner way to do it as somebody who's in the chat, but I obviously understand like money wise, you take a hit with it.
Well, if like my thing is that if I'm doing something for charity, I don't want to take a 30%. I don't want it to really take a 30% hit. If it's for something for the channel for myself or whatever, like if I got super chats and I threw them up there and whatever, and I got a few $100 and I'm only going to get, if I got $100, I'm only going to get 70. It's $70 for the channel. That $70 is still going to buy a decent freaking bottle for the channel that doesn't have to come directly out of my pocket that I get to go and sample out to people or whatever. But when it comes to like something like that, I don't want to take a 30% cut for something I'm trying to raise money for, so it's really, I mean, if it doesn't matter what people do, it's still giving money to charity and stuff. But
yeah, I do. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a nice way to kind of make it more fun for the gift. You know what I mean? So that people kind of see that you gave, and it does build faster. You know what I mean? Like when it's a super chat, people are like more likely to give, I guess.
I think with the giveaways too, it's easier to track. So it's like people,
I think
there's
there's
a mods tracking for giveaways. If you're doing it, like I know HBR's done it a few times where it's through Venmo and PayPal, and then he has to keep like pausing the stream somewhat and being like, hey, this person gave this person gave that. And at some points he just turns off super chats because he prefers the full amount, which is what you're saying, Stanley. But I think with the giveaways, it's way easier just to do super chats.
Well, I do think that like you're going to tend to get more super chats than just PayPal gifts because, it's a little more public. It builds on each other. You can see, you can see how many people are giving and you're like, I want to be part of that, whether it be a gift or just, donating to the channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, guys were calling
you're out of
each other
focus
out.
right now.
They were calling each other out on Jason's stream saying, all right, I'm going to up the ante. Like it was a fun thing, man. And yeah, shout out to Daniel Kerber for tracking those and helping with the giveaways, man. It's all for a good cause. That's all that matters.
It's really loud like being a rank of our channel. I don't want
What's going on there, Stanley?
Woo!
What you got in the glass?
It's that barrel.
Oh, the 18 year.
It's only 115, but it immediately like dries out tip of your tongue, so then it makes it even hotter. So I mean, it's not
super oaky.
That drying oak of those older ones, man, it'll get you.
It's got. I mean, it's not as oaky as some of the other older ones that I've smell wise, but tasting there's a good oak on there, but
And
it's not.
My
Let's just put it this way.
This
Yeah.
floor was it was like an old library. It was like crazy. It mellowed out after like got some air on it, but man, that neck pour, I was like, whoa, this is what
Yeah.
people like. I was like, oh.
Plus this,
I'm not sure
this,
about this.
this is neck port. This is neck port too. So it's gonna be a few days, let it open up or whatever like that. But I do appreciate that you sent this to me, JD. It tastes good. It tastes good. It's just got that. It's just it's proofing a little. It's a high proof. It's a what is it? A girthy boy,
Yeah.
as David likes to say.
That's a fresh crack too, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
it's a fresh
neck
crack,
pour.
so it's gonna run probably a little hotter than normal anyway. So after a few days, because you know how much I like those barrel whiskeys.
Yeah, we know. We all know.
Hey, Mike made it this far into the stream without saying something about me liking Dickel. So, you know, he must not be that fucking hammered.
You muted, Mike? What's going on?
He is.
Yeah, sorry, I accidentally hit it because my dog was barking. Yeah, I'm not that hammered, Stanley.
Yeah, I picked that Discovery 4, Stanley, in that blind, and I ordered one already. Shout out to Bourbon Neophyte. I saw him in the chat. That's on its way to me right now. Via hand delivery, of course.
Okay.
Tim Evans has a great idea.
That's
by
a
the
lot
way.
better after the initial one was a little bit but the other sip was a lot better that I got used to it. I'm glad I didn't shoot it like that because that Japanese, I just shot the whole thing one shot. The Pendleton, I took a little sip and then shot the rest of it, no problem. I'm glad I didn't do that with that right there. I probably would have started bleeding out of my nose or something.
Hey, Robotics said that Will should go blow that money on a $1,500 rabbit hole bottle. That Mizunara rabbit hole.
So, yeah. Okay.
That's
So,
the drum. This is what you need to get right here.
yeah, JD said that yes, it'll punch you for sure. They did the same to him. Yeah, but it's good. I mean, and this is distilled in Kentucky, so it's a Kentucky straight whiskey. I went on the website for it, and it doesn't tell you where they sourced it at, but it's in Kentucky at least. It's not, you know. I mean, I probably would have rather have it, you know, be in Tennessee, you know, so I can get some more of that barrel Dickel whiskey, but you know, can't have everything. See, that's the thing too, is right. So Trev has worked a loophole using StreamYard and Stream Elements at the same time, and Shayla's does the same thing too, which is, so he has this se.com. So Stream Elements has a deal where you can go straight to PayPal, or through PayPal, you make a donation, and then it comes up on Trev's screen immediately saying that, you know, up in the corner it says you made a donation. You can put a little note or whatever, and they can put little animations with it and everything else. But it's really easy to get signed up on there and just do that, and it's all straight to PayPal and everything else through PayPal doing it. And it works out really well for him because it's on PayPal, it's really super easy to track for, you know, and you know, I want to figure out for myself, I think for some of my streams later on, charity stream wise, it's probably going to be only pay. I think I'm going to I'm probably going to do just PayPal. And then what I'll do is I'll create an account that I can have Adam or Adriana or another wrench or whatever. They have access to it so they can watch it live, and I don't have to do what Chris does. You know, find somebody that I can trust with the whole thing and everything else, to where I can get into it, they can get into it, we can track it in the background so they don't have to sit there and stop the stream and go, okay, these 9 people just donated. Did you get them all? Type situation. And then, you know, and then just basically that way I can get it all in one place and then get it out that night or that next day. Yeah, SE Pay. StreamYard does not pay. Yeah, they only take 2.9%. Burbin knows all about it, even though he doesn't do any lives, and he should.
So Stream Elements is kind of something that works alongside StreamYard.
Well, okay, so I don't know how he makes it work that way, but Stream Elements is
It looks like it becomes a part of your chat.
yeah, it's weird. It's a lot of gamers use it. It's more like towards the Twitch gamers is what it was more designed for. But more and more people on YouTube that do live streams on YouTube are starting to integrate it with StreamYard or just using it on its own. And
yeah, it's basically like you can plug it into OBS or whatever, and it's just an overlay on your screen that you can plug in different backend sources to for like where you're getting your donations from, whether it's like Twitch or YouTube or PayPal or whatever, and then it just shows up on the screen all in one place.
And it literally runs on its own, so that like with that SE Pay, it's not really running through OBS. It's running on its own deal. It just happens to, when it transmits through OBS or through whatever you're using as your main
Streamlab or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever you're using it uses it, but it's its own entity. It's just it's like, what's it called? Backdooring or backtracking onto the stream that goes out from OBS out to the system.
Yeah, OBS and like XSplit are awesome. Like they're way more powerful than StreamYard, except when it comes to bringing people on your stream. Right, that's where it's like you got to use Google Hangouts and then turn them into a source, and it's just like what a pain.
OBS.ninja.
Jason needs a gold Glen.
It's links. It will work on mobile. Like you plug it in as an HTTP stream into OBS. OBS.ninja. Problem solved.
I'll have to check it out. We're always trying to improve it. Yeah,
that's how Ken from Scotch Down Under gets more than 4 or 5 people on at a time, where he gets 8, 9, 10 people on because he's using OBS Ninja, and then he's running it. He's like running two different streams into one. Like he's running it down two roads into one, and then when he goes to send it out, it goes out as just one stream, but it's actually two.
It's just your OBS virtual camera stream, and you plug in like there's 2 links, one that you share with people to plug in, and the second that you use as an HTTP source in OBS that you put in, and then they just show up.
Yeah, he just said bullshit. OBS Ninja. That's what Ken from Scotch Down Under just threw up there. And don't forget to lick the like. Yeah, there you go.
Ken, I'm gonna have to message you just to make because I'd rather use OBS or XSplit for it, but OBS sounds better.
Hey, Jason had this in his blind flight tonight, by the way.
The batch 4?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask, Stanley. So I need your advice and the advice of the 900 people in your stream right now.
All 28 of them, okay.
28, whatever. We're doing great.
928. Hey, you know what? 28 people. It's usually my average, and my average is like 25 to 30. So I'm not losing. I'm not necessarily losing anybody, and so I'm good.
So we'll bring it back to whiskey instead of OBS and StreamYard. But I have the opportunity for Kentucky Owl Batch 3 rye, which is about the same price. And I sent this note to Tim Evans also, so he kind of gave me his feedback. Told me to ask my bourbon journey, but that, and I've got like batch 10 rye of Foregate. There's batch 8 bourbon, batch 4 bourbon of Foregate.
Jason recommended the 10 rye, right?
Yeah, that was his, but he kind of seemed unimpressed with Foregate in general, I think.
Are you talking about Mash and Drum?
Yeah. It was on his Patreon stream last night. He kind of said that.
Well, I mean, it's not. I don't think that he's unimpressed. He's unimpressed by it, but he has his palate aligns with Scott to a certain level. But Scott likes some things that are a little bit more funky than Jason likes, funky wise. If you listen to what some of the stuff Scott drinks, that But then Jason's also likes scotches and other whiskeys when Scott's pretty much a bourbon and rye guy. And he likes, the funky bourbons, the funky ryes. But from what I understand, the rye, this latest rye from Fourgate's supposed to be awesome.
Is that the one that Dusty Dan just reviewed? Because that's not a batched one, I don't think. It's like a.
Yeah, I think 11 was the latest, right? Like 11 is the latest. I can't get the 11. They don't, Fourgate doesn't ship to Colorado, so it's I've got to find it. But these are the ones I can find. And they're roughly retail, so I'm not paying $300 for any of them. It's right around that $210.
Okay,
so 11 is their next pick, is what Tim Evans said.
So Dusty Dan dropped a video today about the Ruby Rye Springs Fourgate.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's a batch or what that is. It doesn't have a batch number on his review title, but
because on one hand I can compare it with what the 4 is that Adam has, or I can just say, fuck it, I don't have a Fourgate.
Okay, so if you said, Stan, which one are you going to go buy? Which one are you going to go buy? I'm going to buy the Fourgate, only because the Fourgate's harder to get than the Kentucky Owl 3. Okay, the Kentucky Owl 3, right now I can walk into 2 Total Wines and a couple of the liquor stores out in the Orange County area, and I can go ahead and buy. They have a couple bottles of each of the 3 sitting on shelves. We don't get Fourgate out here at all.
Yeah.
So if I had a chance to get a Fourgate, whether I ended up liking it or not, I would probably go for the Fourgate at 189 in that 189 to 200 range before I'd go for the Kentucky Owl 3, because, like I said, and plus I know people who have Kentucky Owl 3s. I even know somebody that has a Kentucky Owl 4, but people that have a Kentucky Owl 3, I know I can reach out and at least get a sample of it if I can't find a bottle at some point in time. But the Fourgates are really hard to come by in a lot of places because of just distribution and stuff. The only thing I would take over a Fourgate right now is if there was a chance to get a Old Carter rye right in California. If I could find an Old Carter rye for that same 189 that 189 to 200 area, I would get that before the other two, only because I like Old Carter and I've never had the rye. But Fourgate's probably, because it's just so rare. I mean, it's so hard to find. Like you guys do, you don't get it there. We don't get it in California.
I mean, they only do like so many hundreds of bottels. It's not even thousands of bottles of each batch, right?
And they're selling at retail. They're doing hundreds of bottles, and they're like I compare them to Old Carter in the fact that they are making smaller batches, but they're still keeping most of their stuff below 200, right at 200 or just below 200 for bottles that are very hard to come by to begin with. When people like Kentucky Owl decided, because they put the word last batch on a bottle, that they're going to charge $120 more than normal retail for a freaking bottle. And then people are going to go out there and pay, I don't know anybody that would really actually want to pay $300 for a freaking bottle, but there's people out there that want.
You got to be a fucking idiot to pay $300 for a bottle.
Right?
I almost did it.
And I understand that. I mean, okay, now if I had a batch,
I'm only at 130 max so far for a bottle, and that was for Bardstown. So yeah, I don't know.
If I had
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about those $200, $300 things, man. That's wild.
If I had a 1, 2, and 3 of the rye, then I would go pay $300 for the 4 just to have the whole set. But I don't have any Kentucky Owl ryes. I don't actually have. The only Kentucky Owl I have is. Shh, don't tell anybody. I have a confiscated.
Oh my God, that's like the Blantons of Kentucky Owl.
Yeah, no, I saw a bottle of that for like $150, and I was like, nah.
No.
You can get them for about
Give me a
99.
sample.
Yeah.
You can get them for $99. I paid $104 for mine, but I mean, I paid $104 because I was like, oh, Kentucky Owl, and it's only $100. It's only like $100. I'm gonna get it, and then as soon as I go and buy it, I take it home. I'm like, am I gonna pop it tonight, or am I gonna wait until dude on a stream? I waited until I can't remember whose stream I was on. I think it was Trev's, and I was in the chat, and I said, yeah, I just got a Kentucky Owl. What'd you get? I get confiscated, and I got freaking lit up in the freaking comments about why did you buy that garbage, da da da. And I popped it and I drank it, and it's not that it's bad. It's just it's not worth $100.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
And-
like Joseph Magnus, right? Like everybody wants a cigar blend, they can't find it, so they get the Magnus straight bourbon.
Or Basil Hayden's.
Oh,
What? I know a
you
lot
just
of people
compared
like
that to
Basil
Basil Hayden's? That's
Come on.
dirty.
Come
No,
on,
Magnus.
man.
Okay, so Magnus.
Basil's
I have
whack. It's way overpriced.
a Murray Hill. I have a Murray
Murray
Magnus,
Hill is not the straight bourbon.
right? But
Murray
I have
Hill's
a
good
Magnus,
shit.
and I have a Magnus triple.
Triple cask.
Yeah, I have a triple cask and a Murray Hill. I do not have a cigar blend. I do not have a straight straight bourbon. I don't have one of those two. I can't even find a Magnus straight bourbon anywhere. So, and then I really would love to I'd love to just go to Chris's house just to go ahead and have some of those store pick Magnuses he has, the white label ones. That
I'll trade
Albert-
you a straight
Albert
bourbon for a Murray Hill.
I could think about
You're
that.
like, no.
I could think about it, but I mean, see, he has a Young Pei Chang says he has a Magnus Private Barrel. It's pretty disappointing. Young Pei Chang, is that the Private Barrel? Is that the white label or is that the dark brown label?
Is
Because
the Dickel one? Because I know I Whiskey She Wines had a Dickel one that they were pretty disappointed in.
well,
Tim
me,
Evans, I could have gotten you 2 LEs for that cigar blend, just so you know.
the only reason you said that is because you have 2 LEs sitting in there, and you could have just gave them 2 years to get the cigar blend.
Yeah, we have a couple. Like we don't get tons, but it's like we do get like specifics here.
Yeah, I saw you have that FAO one. Did you get that here in Colorado or?
Yeah, I got 2 of them. I got 2 of the FAO ones. They're still around too. You can still get them.
Yeah. No, I need to find one. Yeah, I just I got the SC4 PR5. That was easy, but I didn't see that one. I guess when it was around, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
I don't
my
go to,
store
like,
up by
all
my
stores,
house
but-
up here still has them in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next the next release, like next month for Maker's Mark. It's R2D2 C3PO.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's their next release.
Mhm,
I can't wait for that to come out.
I will say the FAO1 is pretty tasty.
Why do they have designations of freaking like Russian airplanes? Freaking
Mash and Drum told you what it stood for today.
yeah, it's
Fatty acid
esters.
esters or
Yeah.
whatever.
mhm.
Yeah, fatty acid esters. But no, I'm just saying it's just funny that
That should be dropping here tomorrow.
They do make a
Could've been
good bottle,
today,
though.
but-
You gotta admit, that's a nice bottle.
Yeah, it's a nice bottle, but so is this barrel whiskey, and even the one with the Dickel in it is a really nice bottle.
I mean, it's not this. This is still the best bottle right here.
I don't know. You know what?
Ooh, man, he just laid it out there.
Oh, that's because he still has some of that bottle left. Oh, hey, Mike, how much of your bottles left?
I still have some. I haven't had one in a couple weeks, but yeah.
But like this,
I'm tempting him though.
Oh, Tim Evans. I'll get it, Tim. You wait.
okay, so back to some new cool things in bourbon. Let's wait. Don't feel bad, Mash Bill. I'm sitting with 2 open cream of Kentucky. Tito, fuck you. I love you.
Love you, Tito.
Love you, brother, but fuck you. He's sitting there. I'm sitting with 2 open cream of Kentuckys. Now, hold on a second. If it's a 13, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna say fuck you that. But if it's 11.5 or I can't remember the other one. I heard that I think it's 11.5 and 10.5 or 10 are like really really good. I've never had a cream Kentucky. I know somebody that they said they were going to send me a sample of King of Kentucky, but they never did. So, but I'm not going to be mad at them. It's King of Kentucky. Why the hell are you going to send some freaking YouTube channel a freaking sample?
Yeah. Unless you're one of the big boys.
Yeah, in case you got the money to freaking you got like multiple bottles.
Anybody
You're
look at backup? or if they haven't had one at all, let me know. We got plenty on the shelf right now.
Well, I say you look like you need a backup. That one's about gone.
Oh, my backup's up there.
Are you kidding?
I'm waiting to see C920. We got B520 like in February.
Mike Stahl just got his A121 today from yours truly.
Nice.
Yeah, Cohen, cigar blend a lot.
Your choice, Lava Man.
Most places,
46 or
Good question. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have to think about that.
yeah, Cohen. I think it's 300. I think it's 300 for cigar blend, pretty much across the board. A lot of places, because I know that HBR said he paid $290 for the last one he got. I think that's what he said. Somewhere around, it was close to 300 for one of the cigar blends he just got not too long ago.
really?
And then I know that. Well, I don't know what Jason. I think Jason might not. I don't know if his was donated to him or what, but I know there's a few people that have told me that cigar blend runs around 300 normally. So
that's not MSRP though, right?
I'm not sure. I've never really looked into MSRP.
I think MSRP is under 2 for that.
Really for cigar blend.
Yeah.
Because I know MSRP for
I thought it was supposed to be around too.
Murray Hill is 89 for
175. Tim Evans.
Okay, and I know triple cask is anywhere from depending on if it's California retail or normal retail, anywhere from 99 to 119, and then just a straight Joseph Magnus bourbon is usually 99. Out here, at least, I've seen it go for. I just went to a place where I bought the triple cask for $99. I just went back there about 2 weeks ago. They had 6 bottles, and they were selling them for $189 a piece. And he had already sold a case of it, like earlier that day. And it's just like that triple cask. I mean, I've had samples. I didn't have to open my bottle because somebody sent me a 2-ounce sample, and I was like, okay, that'll hold me over for a little while. That's not a $189. That triple cask is not a $189 bottle of freaking whiskey. It's just not. It's good, but it ain't $189 good. Old Carter Bourbon Batch 4, that's $189 worth of freaking whiskey.
Sorry. I don't think they send Old Carter to Colorado, man. Like, I've never seen one.
I haven't either.
Well, I mean, California, the reason that California gets it is because the Carters are from California, or they own a bunch of wineries and stuff in Northern California. So the Old Carter is not, say, hard to find here, but it's not super easy because once it hits the shelves, it's gone. And people will pay, because a lot of places out here, once it hits, they'll go like the first day. They'll get like, say, 2 cases, so 12 bottles. The first day they'll go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and sell them at retail at $189. As soon as they hit that second case, it immediately goes up in $100. And they put it up in like $250, between $250 and $280. And they'll only sit there for maybe 3 or 4 weeks and they'll all be gone. They did the same thing with Sam Houston 14. That's why I only have 1 bottle. I bought a bottle at retail, and then 2 days later they wanted $169 for a Sam Houston 14.
Can we just say Tim Evans is overselling it right now? I'm just saying right now.
What's that?
He's trying to get more and more out of me to get that cigar blend.
Well,
hey, Stanley,
yeah.
you mind if I pimp our channel real quick?
Okay, is there a reason why every time you come on one of my lives as my co-pilot that you always ask to pimp your channel? You don't have to ask, just do it.
Hey, it's a respect thing, man.
Oh no, I understand, but what, Mike, you were here last time. Did I not tell him he doesn't have to ask me anymore just to pimp the fucking channel?
I know if Cheech was on, we wouldn't have to. Cheech is like the pimp.
That's true.
That's right. Is Cheech here? Did he jump off already?
I mean, he hasn't. I haven't seen him talking.
Yeah, he might be out.
He might be lurking. He always,
So yeah, we're 2 followers away from 50.
Well,
So
then who get 50? Okay, great. Well, then guess what? That means that you're 52 away from 100. Let's get him 52. Let's get him to 100. By the time they go on Sunday, let's spread the word, get him up to 100.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. I don't even know where I'm at now. Let's see.
You're at 196. And you only have 22 likes right now. Oh, he just popped off. He went to go look at his channel and he fucked up
He
his
dumped it.
StreamYard. He's got to go rejoin the.
The fucking wrong button again. 2 weeks in a freaking row, I did that shit. I just need to jump over to another. Yeah. Hey,
least
that'll
you're
work better.
consistent.
That's a well-oiled Stanley right there.
Yeah. So I'm at.
Hey, Bourbon's got 22. Let me. I'll post your link, Bourbon. Or actually, you post your link. You're a freaking wrench, dude.
Yeah, he is.
Post your link, bro.
I'm at 197. So if you're
Thanks,
not
Mike
subscribed,
Franklin. Appreciate it, man.
if you're not a
There's
subscriber,
more than 22 still in here.
yeah.
Everybody, go follow Bourbon.
And if for some reason you're looking for other places to go ahead and push the freaking subscribe button, I'm only 3 away from 200. I'll be a very happy camper if I make 200.
And
If
Bourbon.
you're in here watching and you're not subbed, why not? Get on that sub.
Mr. Risky
And
should,
Bourbon,
yeah,
if
I
you've
just,
never seen Jerry Garcia do a video,
You know what? That's what I'm wondering. Did he get taken down by Warner Music Group because he looked like Jerry Garcia? Not that he was playing music, but they thought that he was.
Yeah, they thought he was using technology as like the hologram and
Yeah, like he was hologramming freaking Jerry Garcia on the show.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that the audio recognition is much faster than the video recognition currently. So yeah, if there was music in the background, it's probably because of that.
Yeah. So yeah,
I
22
wish he
subs.
wasn't playing Mariah Carey in the background.
Yeah.
Come on, Bourbon, pick better music, bro.
hero.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, even though he ended up not pimping his channel. He ended up talking about Bourbon having 22 men to my. Let's see. Oh, I did it right this time. Man to the side, me right here, Mr. Whiskey Shits. The guy down below him, his name's Mike Stahl. They have a channel called Live Wire Whiskey. They did their first live on Sunday night. It actually ended up being in place of Destination Bourbon, but normally they'll be going on after Destination Bourbon on Sundays. Some random times during the week. I can't say that they'll ever take over the late show, but they might have to at some point in time take it. Do a week here or a week there, or maybe we can work out a schedule where we kind of rotate on Wednesdays, still be on each other's stream, but 1 week it's me, then 1 week it's you. That way, if I have to dip off, you guys can still go on. And
Oh, we're over 50. We got 3 more subs.
well, there you go.
Fucking A, there you go. Thanks, guys and gals.
Boom. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, everybody go ahead and do what I did. Click that link in the chat and go ahead and report their channel. That's problematic.
Hell yeah. Join us on Sunday. Yeah, Stanley, if you ever aren't able to go on Wednesday, just hit us up. Give me a little heads up ahead of time, and we'll try and fill it, man.
Yeah, that sub comes with a new car. If you go buy one.
If you go buy one,
Yeah.
if you go buy one, and then you hook everything up the right way, you have one of those screens that you can actually, hook your Wi-Fi to where you can watch YouTube on that center console screen. That sub worked out because you're
I'm
going
just
to
saying,
always
there's
get
a rumor
notifications
that
while
it
you're driving.
raises your credit score 20 points by clicking that subscribe button, but I don't know if that's true or not. You need to try it.
I'm not a doctor, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah,
last
that's
night.
right.
Oh man! So this is going to be my last pour. This is another pour of the Pendleton. I want to stay away from some really super hot shit right now because I do have to get up in a few hours. But Saturday, I think that barrel is going to open up a little bit. I think Saturday might be I'm thinking barrel. I think barrel proof. I'm thinking barrel whiskey and barrel proof on Saturday. I think that's where I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna head that way. I think I'm gonna go the way of Mike Stahl and just like go straight to the. Just go ahead and go.
Just go to the deep end of the
If
pool.
it's not barrel proof, I mean,
Is it even whiskey? I mean, come on.
yeah, is that even whiskey? No. I was kind of talking shit on the Bourbon Junkies channel, or their Facebook page today, because somebody was like, "Do you guys consider proof when buying whiskey?" And there's candidly, it was a bunch of younger guys, and they're like, "Gotta be barrel proof, gotta be catch strength," and I was like, I've had some pretty shitty barrel proof whiskeys. I'm just saying, like, barrel proof doesn't mean flavor. And I've had some.
Well, sometimes it means a lot of really bad flavor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, Midwinter Night's Dram is what?
98.6.
Yeah, 98.6. That's not. I mean, to a non-whiskey person, that seems like a high proof. To a whiskey person, that's just kind of moderate, right? It's even below bottled and bond. So, yeah. I think it really depends on what you feel like that night and what tastes good. And that's kind of my philosophy drinking whiskey is like, I mean, I love finding the notes that Stanley can find in the Scotch, but in the end, I try to just look at it and say, that's fucking good, or I don't really like that,
Well, what's really weird with that, like you said, the finding notes in Scotch or whatever like that. This is like, that's part of the when I talked to you and Adam and stuff about this before, was my whole idea of having someone like the Whiskey Crusaders, like Scott from My Bourbon Journey or Jason or one of these guys, walk me through a flight, like how they go about looking for things and stuff like that. And when I did this Scotch flight, that's the first time that I've actually like really paid attention to things and really tried to find notes and everything else. And the thing that was, to me, was really cool was that I thought, well, they're not smelling this. They're not smelling the same thing I am. They're not tasting the same thing I am. I'm just a freaking noob, da-da-da-da. But when I said oatmeal, boom, they were like, yeah, and they were picking up on some, I suppose, they could have been just bullshitting me to make me feel good, whatever. And thank you for that if you were. But when I did the Lifesaver one, and he started naming off the flavors he smelled of Lifesavers, and they were the same as what I smelled, I was like, okay, maybe there is something to this. Maybe I am learning something. And I felt better about the fact. And truthfully, right now, I still have every one of those Japanese still lined up in front of my television, my secondary monitor, my television over here, because I left him there because I'm going to go through them again sometime before the end of the week and see if I still pick up stuff and everything else. But, it was really cool to do that. And I'm glad that people like JD sending me that stuff, to the whiskeys that he sent me. I love that Glendronach 15 he sent me. The freaking Japanese sent me is freaking great. This Pendleton's freaking is, this is, like I said, it's not Wild Turkey 101 rye, but, nothing is. But freaking, it's really, really good. And by the way, just so you know, it's sourced. You asked the question earlier. It's sourced from Alberta. So it doesn't say from Alberta Premium, but it says it's a 100% sourced whiskey from Alberta. That's all it leaves it at on the website. So yeah, so it's this one, the Pendleton 1910 rye is sourced. So from a distillery in Alberta. That's what it says. So don't know a whole lot of other ones other than, I don't know, Alberta Premium. But but it's good. It's good for being 90 proof. It's freaking nice little rye. The barrel, I just gotta let it open up a little bit, but and then what Adam sent me, what Mike sent me, it was freaking just really cool to do all that and start picking up on some of these things and getting more of a wider variety outside of what I've been buying and getting some stuff I never had before. So it's really cool.
Hey, YPC's done drinking. It's time for the pilot to go home.
Oh, wait. He's going. time going home. Time to
Dude,
sit.
he is the best drunk pilot you're ever gonna see.
Yeah.
Better than Tom Hanks.
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
Was he drunk? I didn't know if he was drunk.
Oh, Sonny.
That
Sully.
movie? What
Sully.
was that
Oh,
movie where he played
Sully.
Sully? Yeah, he was like drinking and shit.
No, that was Denzel in a similar movie, but not about the New York landing on the Hudson thing.
No,
Yeah, that was yes, because the
It
New
was
York.
Denzel. Yeah.
where he
Den-
went upside down in the plane.
Yeah,
No,
Denzel.
that was the Sully thing, but there was two movies. One Tom Hanks with the Sully thing on the Hudson. The other was Denzel as a drunk pilot who managed to land the plane, and they were just like, "Oh, you wouldn't have done that if you weren't drunk."
I think Hanks was doing a little drinking too, or maybe I'm confusing them. I don't know. Maybe
No, Sully's a hero. You would have known. They wouldn't be bigging that dude up like that if he was drinking. That would have been a whole scandal, not like a celebratory thing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Freaking Mike. Mike says YPC parked the plane first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why? So it is funny that old young YPC freaking he watches these lives while he's at work, then tells everybody not to drink too fast because he's on his way home so he can start drinking. That's freaking hilarious. What time is it? Because I don't.
Are you checking out, Stanley?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. I'm starting to get to that. I gotta get going
Mike,
situation.
you want to go on, or you got to check out?
We can go on.
Yeah, we can go on. It's cool.
Start it up. Everybody, shift over to Livewire.
When
I'll
you're
be-
ready, Stan. We don't want to push you off.
We'll do the late
no.
screen.
Yeah. So we're not no, you're not pushing me off. I was getting ready. I just checked it. Adam saw me. I said, "What time is it?" to check it because I said I wasn't going to go past 10. It's 10:02. So I'm not as bad as I normally am. I'm not like a half hour past and going, "Okay, well, the half hour, no big deal." So I am going to jump off. Like I said, this whole thing was about generosity. I appreciate everybody that gave to my charity, to Jason tonight for Wheels, for people that gave bottles for Wheels' deal on Lava Man, Gary Franchi, Adam, YPC. Thank you for volunteering bottles for this Saturday. I will be. Please don't get upset at me when you get like 100 freaking notifications off of your Instagrams because I'm getting ready to do a media barrage on Instagram over the next two and a half days to get ready for Saturday. And then it'll be on Facebook just like everything else. And I'll be on everybody's. You'll see it 100 times probably. And I'll see you guys on Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific. You guys go ahead and jump on over to Livewire Whiskey. Hang out with them for a little bit longer. Tim Evans seems to be able to hang out all night for some reason most of the time. But if you're on the East Coast and you want to hang out. If you can't, it looks like you got a lot of West Coasters and people in England still in the chat. So you should be all right for a little while.
Oh, yeah. Lava Man, come over. We'll get you right on the live, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Wheels, just so you know, Wheels, I will contact you tomorrow I'm going to do a thumbnail first thing tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, I'll send you the thumbnail so you can go ahead and start putting it out for Saturday. And thank you, Lava Man. It was good to see that you're back, that you're back and missed you because normally I'm used to seeing you at the hangouts and stuff like that, and you've been gone for a while, and then didn't see you in the chat. So
yeah. Well, things are opening up. The weather got nice. I'm out with my girl more. It's the whole thing. And then I got that switch, and I'm just like, oh, what time is it? Oh.
hey, like I tell people send me texts saying, sorry I didn't see the stream last night, or sorry I wasn't on the stream. Life happens. I'm not going to be mad at somebody for enjoying their life.
Yeah.
Now, if you decided not to watch me and watch, I don't know, ADHD whiskey, I might be a little bit upset. Or if it was Shook, I'd be really pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I missed you, brother. I'm glad that you're back. You're back around. I hope to see you a little bit more often again.
Yeah, right.
And then Kerber, JD, Wheels, Tim Evans, Mike Franklin, everybody else in the chat that I didn't shout out. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you again on Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, before Hot Buttery rolls. Spread the word. Let's see if we can actually get more than 30 people on my live on Saturday. one day I just want to go to 100. I want to get to 100 one day, guys. On just one chat, one live, I want to get to 100 people. But let's go ahead and get that shout out for Wheels. Make sure that you barrage every single chat that you're in from now until Saturday when I go live with the GoFundMe link. You just go to the GoFundMe, go to Facebook to Brandon Elliott with 2 L's, 2 T's. Click it, go down, it'll say share, click share, copy the link, and then just barrage every freaking chat that you're in, whether it be on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube for the GoFundMe. You don't have to spam my channel to anybody to come in and watch Saturday. That's not what it's about. But spam them with that GoFundMe. Friends, family, anybody that you feel comfortable doing it with, please. Let's get after 3,000 tonight. He already had about 36-ish this afternoon. So that means that we're looking at almost $7,000. So we're almost halfway there to the $15,000 that he needs. So if we're almost halfway there now, and he still has 3 or 4 more weeks before he has to go start his job, which means say 3 weeks before he really needs to get it in there to get the work done, then we can do this. We can do this if everybody wants to pull together and do this. All right. And then reach out to Wheels. Say hey. Tell him that you're there for him, whether it's monetarily or not. Just tell him that you're there to support him if he needs any help with someone to talk to, or just if maybe somebody that can help him out with getting the equipment he might need. Really cool dude. I literally just met him in a chat a few weeks ago, or about a month and a half ago, but we just recently over the last few weeks have kind of spent a little bit more time talking to each other and everything else. And I'm really glad that I know the man. I'm really glad that I'm really glad that I know Wheels. And I will go ahead and see everybody else later. I got to get going. You guys go over Livewire. It's in the freaking bottom of the chat. Click the link as soon as I say my goodbyes. And as always, I'll see you later, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much, JD, for the whiskeys. I enjoyed them very much. And I will talk to you later.